Do you remember when you could wear trousers and then the trouser police wouldn't throw you in the jail and stuff?
Yeah. Do you remember when you could open your letterbox without there being poo in it?
Do you remember when you could shave your hair off, you could scream at the top of your voice, and you wouldn't get attacked by a horde of Nazis?
Do you remember when you could just walk into a field and just pick up any sheep that you wanted and just shave it without the bloody sheep police coming
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. Do you remember when you could drink water and then people would say, "Oh, you shouldn't drink that. You should be drinking orange juice."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just put on some glasses and then just pretend that they're not real glasses about the people coming in. My glasses.
Yeah. Do you remember when you could listen to someone and it wasn't seen as selfish because you weren't speaking? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember when you could just walk down the bloody street with your shoes off and not step in some more poo? There's poo everywhere.
There's poo everywhere. Do you remember when you could poo and there wouldn't be poo everywhere?
No, I don't remember that time either. But do you remember September? The very first.
Yeah, nice. Welcome back to episode 2 of Daniel
and Nathaniel
Go
to
Disneyland.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Nathaniel.
And this is Disneyland.
Here we go. No, not the right jingle.
Yep, show 2. We got a message in.
Cool.
Name girl power, message girls rule, men drool. I think that might be a hangover message from the last show entitled Girl Power.
Potentially, or it's a little dig at us.
Dig at us, because we're men.
We're men.
And we drool.
A lot.
Constantly salivating.
Yeah,
right
constantly.
Now.
Just secreting a lot of saliva from his mouth hole.
And if you get nothing for the Gordon Kermit show, it's constant secreting
of saliva. Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Yeah, well, first off, to kick off the chat, outside there is a stool saying free literature, and this is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. It's not free literature, it's a bloody pamphlet.
It's a bloody pamphlet.
Look, there's me going over there like, I might want to get into some Dickens. It's a pamphlet.
It's a pamphlet.
It's not literature. I don't know how this has become a thing where literature can describe 5 pieces of paper.
Keep literature in the library.
Yeah, keep literature in the book holes.
Not on the bloody streets.
Yeah.
You're going to do it in the bloody streets. Give away some actual literature.
Exactly. I want leather-bound old books. I don't want pamphlets.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want that kind of plasticky material, that cellophane nonsense that goes in.
Exactly.
Just showcasing their deals.
Here
label it correctly.
Exactly, and this goes out to all those English literature students. Are you studying pamphlets?
No,
you're not studying pamphlets. You're not. You're reading books. You're reading books. Cool.
Mr. Inquisitive has messaged it.
Okay, what's he saying?
Why is the back of Horatio's hair at a 90-degree angle?
Oh,
can you turn around quickly?
Is it?
Yep.
Really? Is he looking through the webcam?
No, it must be. Yeah. Joining the webcam for a picture every 1 second.
I get my there's a good little barber's just down our road, £6 student deal. Yeah. You know, you get what you pay for, is what I'd say.
£6.
Yeah.
I don't know. Turn around just quickly. No, I can't really understand that 90-degree angle. Can you be a bit more clear, Mr.
Yeah. Once again, messages in making no sense. Nothing has changed.
None whatsoever.
Exactly. Well, let's move on to another gripe because we've already got the first gripe out of the way.
Yeah.
Here's one that really, it just shows everything I despise about Facebook culture. Certain memes which are like, these guys are guaranteed to be alcoholics in 2018.
These names are guaranteed to be fathers.
Yeah. Along that premise, that setup, and then they proceed to list about 50 of the most common names.
5 or 10.
It used to be 5. It was like, and that was bad enough. It was like Andrew, Bill, William, Sam.
Those are all my family.
Yeah, that is true.
Those are all my close and widely extended family.
But now they literally just do it like the yellow pages. You have from A to Z just of like so many names, and then idiots, absolute scum, fucking message in, tag their friends, going, "Hey, your name is Bradley, like it says on this. You're going to be an alcoholic." And then Bradley will comment, be like, "Oh no, he caught me.
Busy in 2018.
What a coincidence that this meme that listed all the most common names in the English language also has my name on it."
Well, it's part of a horrible trend of culture on social media, where you can just any of these sites, you know the ones, I don't know, Fortify is one we always say, but Wall of Comedy and all that stuff. They will do a picture with tag, even if they just do any kind of content, they'll say tag your friend that reminds you of this, tag a friend that would like to see,
and that's how it spreads like the plague.
Because it's just marketing. It's disguised marketing as fun, and it's not fun.
There's a site called Female Thoughts, and what they've now started doing is like one-word memes, but they've done them as videos. So there's still the picture, still the image, but just because they get more traction as their videos. So it's just like a 20-second video of an image saying, you know, when you get up and you're still a woman or something. Tag a friend who's female, and like people still just go like, "Oh my god, that relates to Sue. She's a woman. I'll tag her." It's absolute nightmare. And it comes from a place of bitterness, because we posted the Gordon Cohen video podcast. We went to Jamaica. We filmed it. We spent ages making this show. We worked hard on it. Took a long edit. We post it. We get no likes.
We're in Jamaica.
We're in Jamaica.
We're on the
like,
beach.
what is? I know who you are. The people who regularly like, and you didn't even like this time. I mean, a girl could post a selfie of them like in their bathroom going.
We could do that.
Yeah, we could do that if you want, but we don't want to do that because we're above that. And they would get like 200 likes. We make a show in Jamaica and get nothing.
Why does no one like us?
Why does no one like us? And our popularity's going down.
Tom, come in.
Tom, go in. You come. In you come.
We've got a guest on the show.
We've got a guest who's hopefully going to become our guest host.
His name is Tom.
His name's Tom, the third half Lebanese.
No worries.
He's going to take a seat on the sofa for now, like most guest hosts, because we're gonna have a little bit of. We have our opening kind of 10-minute, kind of the cold open, and then so we can get the dramatic kind of bring on. All right,
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah, cool, perfect.
He's a natural.
He's a natural. I think we've pretty much nailed what's wrong with Facebook at the minute. Social media. That's pretty much ticked.
That'll do for now.
Pornography.
Yeah. Let's talk about pornography.
Let's talk about pornos.
This backing. I know. I thought it was a bit sexier than that.
Yeah, because you've only got like
I've got
6
these
strings.
are two.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that could work for pornography.
Okay, fine.
The reason I want to talk about pornography is I've started to have a bit of a epiphany, because I just don't really. I'm just
a porn-phany.
Because I don't really know about the morals of it anymore, and I don't know what it's doing to my brains and my synapses. I don't know enough about the science, but apparently watching a hell of a load of pornography, people banging, is not good for your synapses or something.
It's not good for your synapses.
Those connections between your brains get all severed and stuff because you're just too busy thinking about boobies and bumps.
Interestingly, I watched a
pornography constantly. I'm in the room next to you, Andrew. I know.
Yeah,
Carry on.
I don't even put my headphones.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Actually, I will.
And he tags me in them.
Tell this story. One time, I was getting in the car with my dad. We've got a Bluetooth car set up for our phones. And we get in the car, start driving off, and porn sounds come on in the car.
God.
We're talking,
Was it like,
stick it in me, get that cucumber in me nose, etc. No, thank God it was nothing.
Cover me in custard.
No, thank God it was nothing too kinky like that. But nonetheless, just me and my dad in the car. There's porn going on.
Was it your dad's or yours?
Well, here's the big thing. He looks at me like, what's this? And I just looked at my phone and I was like, I'm sorry, Dad, it's not me. It's not me. And it was his. And we didn't actually say anything for the rest of the journey together. Because what can you say after that? What can you say?
That is true. And this brings an interesting question. Our friend Matt actually raised... We watched a very strange art house film, and this question is raised... basically, someone tells a story about when he was a kid, he was very confused about his penis, and he went into his father's room when he was asleep and started jerking his dad off until he ejaculated.
As we all that's just
and he didn't. It was just like a small like side note to kind of give depth to the character's past, and it was meant to be super weird. Didn't talk much about like whether dad was awake or not. And then my friend Matt, our flatmate, afterwards goes, you know what? If I was a dad and I wake up and my son's tugging me off halfway through. You know what? I'd pretend to be asleep until I ejaculate. So we wouldn't have to have that traumatic moment.
Until he ejaculates.
Yeah, he was saying that potentially it's less scarring for the child if you just let him finish than waking up and confronting the child, because otherwise you're going to have to spend the rest of your life. Imagine your dad catching you tugging him off.
But imagine you don't stop your son tugging you off.
Look, I'm not the one saying it.
Imagine he continues to do this for a lot of nights after that because he thinks it's okay. And then when does it stop with his dad?
Okay,
to go into any random man's room and continue to tug them off?
Yeah, I assume that Matt is sane enough to think that if the son came in again, he would then put a stop to it.
No, because you've got to draw the line at one point, and if he's not going to be man enough to stop his son wanking him off,
Andrew, that is too tugging him off,
jerking the chicken, off in
beating the meat,
playing cards with one hand on the table. Oh, that doesn't really work because he's doing it to someone. Giving him a hand job in the middle of the night. He's not going to do it the second time, and I think we're going down a slippery road of incest, Horatio.
That is a very slippery road. Slippery road, and it's slippery for a reason. Okay,
but yeah, porn is odd. It's strange, mostly because there's a lot of strange trends that now occur in porn.
Yeah,
if you've noticed. There's a lot of mum. Stepmom.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Absolutely massive coming. And I don't know. Is that a pull for you?
It's not. No. To be fair, like I'm always disappointed because I'm so tame and embarrassed about my own selection because it's really nothing special. I've stopped watching it too much because I think it's bad for me. I use my mind now.
The old imagination.
The old imagination palace, because I've been gifted with a great imagination. Why not use it? Use it.
All the time.
Yeah, Tom's giving me a nod from the sofa. He knows.
He's keeping still.
Good point. And I'm much more into like kind of HD stuff and like well-made.
It has to be good quality.
Yeah, good quality.
If there's no production value,
there's good filmmaking,
no
because I feel maybe the porn stars are better treated when it's like a nice set.
I think that's a crazy assumption to make.
No, maybe they're kind of, because it's like a big budget thing. They're getting work, but then I want to support independent pornography.
Have you seen any? That's true. Have you seen any softcore porn?
I think I may have
proper softcore porn when it's just like a bit of kissing, a bit of
dry humping.
Dry humping is as far as it goes.
Is that it for the whole thing?
Yeah, it's quite awkward.
Yeah, I don't really understand. But then what is the ethical way to watch pornography? Because there's like some feminist porns and stuff.
Yeah, there's some like arty porn out there.
Yeah, but is arty porn necessarily moral?
Moral in what sense?
This is interesting. I think this is the first time we're going to do this in a long while. I'm going to bring Tom in just before we go to the song. Because I want to hear. I need a third opinion. Yeah. Normally, we'd wait till after the first song break, but this is too juicy. This guy is so. Yeah, just bang them on. It might be. We'll sort it out in the break if it's not. Speak into here. Well, let's just welcome Tom St. Ledger to the show.
Thank you.
The third Lebanese guest host we've had. Which we had Sani, we've had Michael Haddad, and now we have Tom. Wonderful people, beautiful people,
just like
fantastic
before
food.
I get into my expose about pornography, I'd like to thank Andrew and Horatio for having me on the show.
This is great. I like him already.
Big dream of mine for a long time. It feels very nice to finally have ticked something off the bucket list.
Okay, well now pornography. Let's cut through all this nonsense.
I've gone through periods of my life of giving it up.
Yeah.
But I've never managed to spend more than 3-4 weeks.
Do you think?
Yeah. I've actually
not looking at
it or looking at it. Yeah.
One of my good friends from home, his mum is a sex therapist.
Oh, really?
And she's told me one of the biggest causes of any breakdown in a marriage is sexuality failing, and the biggest reason for that is the husband typically watches too much porn.
Yeah,
too much.
And it messes with your head. So you get used to a certain motion on your penis.
Exactly.
That's your hand to looking at a certain stimulus, and then so real sex just becomes almost more artificial than the artificial one.
Wait, and also you're done. It's a high intensity image for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You feel a bit ashamed, then you get on with your day.
There's no liquids popping about that you might not necessarily want or need. It's clean, it's easy, and you're done. But it's not real.
It's not real.
So it messes with you.
So it messes with your perception. Sex, I think.
Oh, that's a fantastic. That's an interesting one. Wait, so I was kind of the opinion that kind of in my anti-Catholic views that masturbation is good and fine.
Yeah.
So masturbation without pornography, what do you think?
Very healthy.
Yeah?
You're gonna murder someone if you don't.
It's true. It's true.
We've all had tough weeks.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, I have an incredibly feminist imagination.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there is
so much respect for women in your
the treatment of even the men and the women in they all get jobs, they all get well paid.
If I could say one very quick sort of snag against
go.
I think it's fine to have, and I'm going to be very careful with my words here, quote unquote, unfeminist sexual fantasy.
Okay.
I think that's very fine. The point is, as long as it's consensual. A
Oh.
lot of people, strive in day-to-day life, obviously, for gender equality, and as you should.
Yeah.
But, people have certainly shared to me their experiences.
A lot of people shared to Tom.
Yeah, I'm
sharing
people come up
especially
to him
when it comes to porn.
Yeah,
Strange
exactly.
us, it's become a problem. But I am aware of people who, despite the fact that obviously they want equal rights and everything, in the bedroom,
not in the bedroom.
Different thing.
It's a different story. There's taboos that excite you.
Because I was watching a documentary about Rocco, who's a very famous Italian porn star with a massive penis.
Siffredi.
How big?
What's that?
Siffredi. That's his surname, right?
Yes.
You're well versed in your porn stuff.
This would be the perfect opening statement for you.
I've done my research. That's what that's here for.
He was the very first image of the documentary is just his erect penis with water dripping down it.
Really?
Because everyone, maybe when you're looking at it on Netflix, you're like, are they going to show the penis?
And then straight out the back, out the gate.
Out the back, they're like, we're showing that cock.
Yes.
I mean penis. I don't know.
The cocks.
A phallus, is that?
A phallus, sure.
A phalli.
One of those things that men have downstairs.
And a plinky plonk.
Interesting, there was a woman on there who is massively into super submissive kind of dominatrix or dominant sex.
Buzzwords.
Where she likes to be abused with incest. But she finds, so this is going on with you all saying, finds that as a source of almost power for her because she can kind of be whatever she wants in the bedroom, but then still have... she kind of finds it empowering herself to have that, to then still be an equal, as powerful as men in reality.
100%.
What she wants in the bedroom is a kind of different deal.
But is that not falling into kind of a male's view of female domination? Do you know what I mean? Because I think maybe potentially it's like she might feel like she's being dominant, but she could be subscribing more to a very male heteronormative idea of female dominance.
But that turns her on.
Which is a dominant submissive.
But that turns her on.
I'm doing film and social change next. It's the wokest subject.
Yeah.
I'm doing a presentation, all this stuff.
I've
been completely opened up to the new world.
Yeah.
We should stop making content as white men, I've realised.
Yeah,
we just got to stop. Because the problem is, I want to help, but I also want to still do all the stuff I want to do.
I'm half Lebanese. Does that get me away?
You're doing all right. You're doing all right.
That's why you're on the show.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I'm filling my quota.
Exactly. But it's always the we've realised that Lebanese people we can connect with. So we've cashed in on 3 of them so far.
We've got a perspective from Jarrett the Learned.
He sounds learned.
Hi guys, I think I used to be addicted to porn. I believe it to be very dangerous to the brain. I've since replaced it with books. I love books. Reading them and rubbing them. Books in bed and books in the bath. Big soapy books. Lovely. Thank you, Jarrett the Learned.
Well, it depends what books those are, because they're like violent, really non-cool
graphic
porn novels, then
it's still porn,
it's still porn, Jared. You can't, just because you're reading books.
Well, I don't know.
Books can be porn. Literature can be porn, but literature cannot be a pamphlet.
It's not a pamphlet, it's porn.
Do you know Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Black?
Yeah, I know the premise. I've read it.
So in primary school, everyone in my class was obsessed about getting that book out of the library, because there's like 3 really graphic and when you're like 10 or 11 and you don't have a computer and all the computers at school are blocked or whatever, you kind of
need your fix.
You need.
I'm like,
see, kids don't know now. You don't know what it was like back for us. You didn't have to get.
Remember when you could try and get noughts and crosses out of the library and walk off behind the bike shed at school? Those are the bloody days, weren't they?
Does that count as pornography?
No, I mean it's a stimulant, but anything. I can be stimulated by this table. Do you know what I mean? Like if that turns me on, is that pornography? No. Not that tables turn me on, but there's nothing wrong
balloon
with
porn
tables.
exists. Like there are people that have been diagnosed of having a sexual attraction to balloons,
and like women popping them.
Heavy set women sitting on balloons. And
really? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's like that's thing, part of the thing. But you can kind of see like the motion is incredibly erotic. I think of like a balloon popping. No, I see it.
I like how you've chosen this moment to
get this out. No, our big one of those.
I didn't see anything.
My sexual awakening actually came through cherub novels. Did any of you read the cherub novels by the creepiest dude, Robert Muchmore, who did like a talk at my school? He had a pen protector, and when you hear him talking about like 15-year-olds having sex, it's just as weird. He's like this weird-looking dude who's talking about like the coolest secret agent in the world. I remember I used to get the new book, and before I'd read it, I'd just go through all the pages and just try and find that one sex.
Really?
Yeah.
You horny little boy.
Man.
I didn't realize that was happening.
Yeah, man, big time. What do you mean?
Through.
We didn't know each other this time. It wasn't.
And if you'd known me,
if I'd known Andrew's wistful gaze, no way.
Well, I think
definitely time for a song now.
Porn's been sorted out.
Yeah, porn done.
It was Blue Monday yesterday, apparently. Facebook didn't show up about this, but this is the
song
Blue Monday.
Fantastic.
Really? Yeah. Who's it by? It's New Order.
You know Joy Division when they lost to Ian Curtis?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Vaguely.
That
one.
Should we turn off our mics so we can talk about how much we dislike the fans?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Still up. No! Oh, turn them down!
What's wrong with them? Why they all got stupid faces?
Okay, they're down now. Oh, nice!
Oh, no, stop! Right, they're all
actually, I like them
stupid.
Yes, good. Tom's joining in. He knows the deal.
You gotta play the game.
Okay, another thing I saw, my friend Josh yesterday showed me a video. Does anybody, this is out to the fans, do you guys know the rapper Logic?
Yes.
Acquainted with the rapper Logic.
Yeah.
Well, he's done a song which has very good intentions, but there's something inherently horrible and creepy about it. I haven't truly worked out what is wrong with it, but there is something that gives me shivers. It's a song called 1-800-273-8255, which is the suicide hotline. It's about suicide, and he recently did a performance at the VMAs, but it was one of the weirdest things. Play the song, let them hear it.
Nice mellow opening. You don't really know it's going to be a sad song.
Stop.
Oh my god. Oh, wow.
But yeah, at the VMAs, he's singing, I don't want to be alive, I just want to die.
And everyone's like putting
their hands up, they're singing. He gets all these suicide survivors to come behind him, and they all sing and they call, I don't want to be alive, I just want to die. And it's like, here's what he says about why he wrote it, and it's just, there's something about it, this kind of, what I hate, performative wokeness, this fake sort of social help when it's like such basic
What kind of
stuff.
like virtue signaling a little bit?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's just like doing things and they think it's making a difference and being so like self-righteous how great they are. When what they're doing is basic, weird, and in my opinion problematic. So the first hook in the verse from the perspective of someone who's calling the hotline and they want to commit suicide. That's clear. They want to kill themselves. Yep, I've got it. They want to end their life. I mean, he's repeated that 3 times.
Emphasis.
When I jumped on a tour bus that started in Los Angeles, California, he specifies that's where Los Angeles is, and it ended in New York City, as opposed to New York, fine, and did a fan tour where I went to fans' houses and shared meals with them, hung out with them, played them my album before it came out, once again showing how much of a fan lover he is.
Good guy.
Then, them along with other people on tour, just fans that I met randomly, they said things like, your music has saved my life, you've saved my life, and I was always like, oh, so nice of you, thanks, which is a weird response to that. And I give them a hug and shit, but in my mind I'm like, what the fuck?
And they're hug and
and shit.
What's the other stuff?
Yeah, just give them a hug and shit, but in my mind I'm like, what the fuck? And they're really serious, and they tat shit on their arms, and S-word like lyrics that saved their life. And in my mind, I was like, man, I wasn't even trying to save nobody's life. And then it hit me. The power that I have as an artist with a voice, I wasn't even trying to save your life. Now what can happen if I actually did? Awful music is what happens, mate. Absolute awful music.
Nice.
I recommend you typing in Logic VMA's performance. It's one of the strangest things you'll ever see.
Well, there's a lot of people tearing up at the crowd.
Yeah, just like, I always want to be in that. Yeah.
But you don't think he's actually advocating?
No, he's not.
No, but because that's what I said when I heard this. When you were showing me before, it could be interpreted the wrong way.
Yeah,
Someone
exactly.
could be like, actually, I feel you, Logic. I am.
Well, I'm worried if there's like a 12-year-old kid or someone who's really young who's going through a bad patch.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to make fun of them or kids how stupid they can be, but
they're pretty dumb.
Well, they are. Kids are dumb.
Kids nowadays
Dumb
stupid.
kids.
Watching too much porn. Don't really know.
I mean, I feel like a PTA member now, but like, like I don't know, you guys. I don't think it's that big a deal, but
it could. Well, no, it could happen, and maybe where Logic's had the reverse effect of when his music isn't trying to save people's lives, he is, and when he does try and save people's lives, he kills people.
Yeah, but he has the awful line. He says that and he goes, "Who can relate?" As if I just that communal feeling of like we all want to kill ourselves, we all want to die.
Yeah,
it's just something about
I
it.
hate to be overly cynical about it.
Yeah.
But and for good reason, mental health has become quite fashionable. Kind of. It's very encouraged to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, this could be an example of someone who thinks, well, maybe there's a way to capitalize on that,
Maybe.
or his team, or his management.
I wouldn't put it past.
I don't like the commodification of it because it's. I think of course if you're like a pop star, or celebrity, or anything like that, you're definitely gonna have some mental health issues. You're gonna have mental health issues because to have the sort of skill
Can I pause
set.
you, Horatio?
Yeah.
If you're a human being.
Nice. But yeah, I think the point is clear.
But maybe more so.
More so.
Yeah.
But and it's just like commodifying that part of you just feels sick.
And it's a terrible song. I think that's the.
I don't want to be alive. I just want to die.
Well, so if it was a great song, it would have more justification.
Maybe with a better hook and some better lyrics.
Better
that
lyrics.
aren't just
'Cause it's
basic.
like
It's like, I'm going to write a song about suicide.
Yeah.
My lyrics are, I don't want to be alive, I just want to die, repeated about 10 times throughout the song. It's not really touching that deep an emotion.
It's not. And people are crying.
People are crying.
I feel like I'm
crying out there, man.
I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feels like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? I've been on the low. I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. I feel like my life ain't mine.
It's social media's relatable.
I don't want to be alive.
Relatable content
I don't want to be alive.
Yeah.
I just want to die today. I just want to die. I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be alive. I just want to die. And let me tell you why. It's just like that is people
I felt like
crying.
you stopped reading the lyrics halfway.
Yeah,
It's just your mind spewing out after Logic's touch.
I don't want to be alive.
I mean, to be fair to the lad, he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
But
He could
Actually, he is. Welcome, Logic.
I know, right?
What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to help the world with my music.
Yeah, feel up, bro.
I have no idea what he sounds
Yeah, I
like.
know. Yeah.
Not a clue what
That's
he sounds
as
like.
good a guess as any.
Yeah.
But I always thought, as someone who's again acquainted, doesn't know him very well, people would say he's like a lyrical genius. And stuff. And having just heard this, bit unfair, mate, for Logic, but I'm not impressed. I'm really.
No.
I'm not
he needs
impressed
to
at
pull
all.
up
He
his
needs to-
shorts a bit.
Yeah.
Get his belt done up and
Yeah,
start
and
not
get to
pooing on
bed.
everyone.
Get to bed early.
Yeah, that's a
That's
big
another one.
That's a nice one.
Right, cool.
Well, this works with the whole Blue Monday,
Yeah.
suicide
I like what you did there, yeah.
kind of thing.
Sad, but things are bad.
Let's talk
Kill
about
yourself.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Concurrent.
No,
Do you know
who's that? Who's Logan
Oh,
Paul?
what?
The guy the big YouTube star who has recently come to a lot of heat because he filmed in this Japanese forest that a lot of people go to kill
Do you know the
themselves
suicide
in.
forest in Japan?
Oh yeah, well I'm afraid
Yeah,
of that. Not Logan Paul.
he filmed. He
So
was
he's
doing a vlog
vlogger. He's one of
there.
the biggest vloggers in the
And then
world.
he
Yes.
filmed in one of his videos. He filmed like somebody who had recently hung themselves.
What? Wait, he filmed
In-
them.
Yeah. Well,
How-
they were part of the video. They were
What?
within the video, and he was
And
like
that was
laughing,
allowed on
taking fun.
YouTube?
Well, I think it went on. It was quickly removed.
Jeez.
But there's been a massive because he's like one of the biggest. You know, he makes bloody music as well. He makes rap
Really?
songs. Yeah, they're horrible.
Everyone makes music now
Yeah, it's true. It's true. What was?
because it's so easy
Yeah,
with software and stuff. But
And watch his year in review. It's like his 2017 review. Like, it's so scary. He's 22 years old and he's just bragging about his £6.5 million house.
yeah,
He's got all his boys to live with him. He's painted an American flag everywhere, and it's just, it's awful that that kids he's worse than pornography, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's kids growing up that watching it like that is what I want to be. This bro, this dude,
than pornography, 100%. It's good that he's been taken off because it was a terrible thing to do, film that video, but he should have been taken off before for disservice to the world, to the internet, and to children's minds.
To make more videos and stuff?
I think he's probably going to be banned for a bit.
It's probably going to be for a bit.
Or he's taking a break so we can think.
Yeah, man.
What thinking do you need to do?
Nonsense. Right. How would we fare as president of the United States of America?
The big questions.
I mean, my links are not that good today.
No. Well, I'll kick off.
Yeah.
Go on.
Right, I've got to the top of the US political
even though
system.
you're British, which is the strange
Even
bit.
though I'm English.
Makes it more impressive.
Yeah.
It does. People are going to be calling for my birth certificate, and I'll call them all racist.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, I'm up at the top. I've acted a few nice acts through Congress.
Yeah.
I feel like a personal scandal is going to pull me down.
But definitely.
I feel like there's going to be...
Well, they could listen to this show as well.
Yeah, as in just go back through any of any content I've ever made anywhere. Any of my Facebook statuses, to be honest, year 6 onwards.
Yeah.
Or
And they're
Facebook
weird.
Facebook messages.
They're not just offensive. They're like weird.
They're weird. They're rude. They're aggressive.
Yeah.
And they're just a bit horrible, really. So I think some sort of personal scandal will rip me down. Maybe they might find my porn habits online and see that I watch softcore porn, and they'll be like, "Who is this guy that watches?"
The president watching softcore porn.
Because if you've realised that the US president watches just a man and a woman rub against each other to get off, you don't trust him. You need a man who likes
you need
real
at least
porn.
penetration. Yeah.
You need some real porn.
Let's bring back penetration.
So I feel like I'd be taken down eventually after about a year. I don't give myself long before someone's like, actually, I could become famous by ripping this guy down.
Yes.
And I'll pursue that person who took me down with a vengeance for the rest of my life, sure.
But post your presidency.
Post the presidency, because
that's your new.
But I wouldn't go without a shout. You know?
Oh, really?
I'd have to be.
Would you open up those secrets?
I'd rather be impeached than resign.
Yeah.
No, I'll open up. I'd shed all the dirt that's ever been shed on any official.
I don't even like this country.
I'm not even American. And then go loudly, essentially.
Yeah,
exactly.
What about you?
Well, first let's move over to Tom.
Yeah, let's move on to me.
Okay,
So, firstly, as a half Lebanese person, I'd find that situation almost impossible.
Almost untenable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if I were to find myself, we all belong to a generation now where we've all done stuff either ironically or legitimately or whatever.
Post-ironically.
Online that if found out could screw you over for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But so we all belong to that generation.
Yeah.
So everyone of our generation really is going to have that problem. But I don't think it'll be that big a deal. Because if you look at someone like Trump, like people don't care. People don't care that he calls countries, asshole.
They
don't care that he says all this stuff and has done abhorrent
China's
stuff.
done that. Climate change is a hoax by the Chinese.
Do you think it's that people don't care, or do you think that he has a unique ability to carry that? Because a lot of other politicians said that would be it. That would be because they wouldn't be able to handle the situation.
Because
from the get-go, he never claimed to be like someone like Hillary Clinton or Obama. They claim to be
perfect,
quite high and perfect. From the get-go, he's just some crappy reality TV star. So no one cares because of that.
But I completely agree with you. Is that there's going to be a new set of rules about what you did as children?
Sure.
Even with the David Cameron pig's head thing, because things like this is just becoming more regular. That went under the rug, and it should have gone under the rug. Because I despise David Cameron. He actually, if you look at it, had one of the worst prime ministerships ever.
Yes. Slimy man.
Slimy man.
Yeah,
but him sticking his willy in a pig's head, I was like, I really don't. That means nothing to me. There's like. Yeah. Look at his policies.
I'm usually all for that. Like, what happens in the past stays in the past. Sometimes we all have discretions as young people. Yeah. But he did shove his penis in a pig's head.
Andrew, I have seen you do things that are like seven. They're like legit though. Legit though. No, not a pig's head, but like but you like
baby calf.
It's not bad.
No, but like legit. There's some skeletons in that cupboard.
That's
you've done some outrageous things, but it's like we all have. We're discovering our bodies. We don't know who we are as people.
Finding out what these oils are.
They're secreting oils.
But it was part of like the Bullingdon Club type thing.
I guess that,
to the whole rah,
stick my dick in a pig's head. that classic rigmarole.
Tories.
Yeah, man.
At pigs' heads.
And pigs' heads.
Pigs' heads. What about you?
Oh, what about me as president?
Yeah. You've deflected it so far.
I think I'd have to go on I wouldn't be able because I'd have to go on a more of a Trump agenda because I don't have the consistency or like I make a lot of mistakes. I'm a very clumsy guy. Like I couldn't
You're
go.
Just essentially bad for the job.
I'm bad for the job because I'm just I'm disorganized. Yeah. I'll say the wrong thing.
Are you dyspraxic?
Very dyspraxic.
But that doesn't mean anything. You can still be good for the job.
You could
stand.
But I could bet I embarrass myself all the time. So I'm going to have to go on an aggressive agenda. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to be that very open, very honest. And what I'd do is I'd come out like Trump, straight out fighting. So I just come straight out about all of my secrets, just open and just shock them with honesty. I think I'll be.
Yeah.
I'll be just like talking about the pornography I watch. Talking about like had a massive.
Well, a lot of these political things, I think that's a good.
Just straight out, like so open that everyone's like, you can't say that. Well, I've said worse stuff. Yeah, just did, and everyone's like, whoa, this guy respects. What are your policies? Doesn't matter, mate.
Doesn't matter. Just
I'm honest. I'm honest. It's live. It's raw.
That's my policy.
Yeah.
I think that's smart. I think it's real smart. Because people, these things go in swings, right?
Yeah.
But people
roundabouts.
And roundabouts. I forgot the roundabouts. Don't forget the roundabouts. But people, they love politicians right now who are very honest. I think that's why Jeremy Corbyn is doing so well.
Exactly.
Because he's kind of like a middle finger to the establishment.
A little bit, yeah.
If you could play that card, which I think you could.
Exactly, but then also I'd do loads of things. Like I'd have a podcast in the White House with anyone I want, and we'd just talk absolute garbs. Yeah. I'd keep it funny. I'd keep it light. Like why not? Why can't a president be hilarious? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Obama was pretty funny.
Obama was pretty funny, but he was a bit vanilla. He was a bit vanilla. Like I think if he wasn't
go on.
If he wasn't president and he was just a dude, I'm sure he's a hilarious guy. But there's a line because I think you can only be. You can only be a certain amount of funny when you're held behind the presidential seat.
Sure, because then you're not taking it seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think Obama was probably a pretty funny guy. But imagine going in like a kind of Doug Stanhope kind of character, just going in as president and just
killing it.
Just riffing, crowd work, like people imagine like just all sides, no matter what they think of your policy, just like it's inherently funny stuff. You come out dressed up as Kim Jong-un and you're like, wrong place. Sorry. You come and dressed up as a nuclear rocket going, meow. Everyone's laughing their head off. You're like, nuclear button, spit. It's just kidding, it's a fake one. And it like goes, everyone's on the floor laughing
because comedy is the arts.
That's the antidote. The
therapy.
Bank.
Aggressive entrance.
Sadly we're going to have to cut this show short because I've got to have a very woke presentation on my module, Film as Social Change.
So we're going to leave you with some lovely nuggets of trivia.
Fantastic.
Right, so Mary Todd Lincoln was once asked if Abe had any hobbies. Her reply, cats. Abraham Lincoln had a hobby of cats.
Is this true or false? Or?
True. It's true. It's true.
We're not meant to guess.
True or false. There's no guessing.
They're all trues.
All we do is facts on this show.
Movie popcorn costs more per ounce than filet mignon.
How do you have a hobby of cats?
Oh, sorry. We
That kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Popcorn movies are bloody so expensive. How do you have a hobby of cats?
She was being a witty sly devil, like playing around.
Well, what's the wit there? Abe likes to play with cats.
Well, I mean, it'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
Andrew, it's like a joke you would make though. Yeah, so I was like, "What's your hobby, cats?"
Yeah, but I didn't realise that Mary Todd Lincoln was as woke as I was. I don't know what century, like I don't know, 19th.
Oh yeah.
Good guess. Yeah,
it is the 19th.
I think that's about right.
Do you have any trivia to the table? Any nugget of information?
You know how people say you swallow 8 spiders a year in your sleep?
Yeah.
That's false.
Oh, that's a good bit of trivia.
Okay. That's not so much trivia as correction of false trivia.
But it's a falsehood that is being spread, and I have to thank you for giving me this platform. Okay, but I'd like to do everything I can to squash it out. So if you're listening, next time anyone says that, you don't swallow it. Who came up with that? It's not true. Nonsense. It isn't true.
Nonsense.
Yeah. Absolute nonsense. Well, sadly, I'm going to have to go now.
Yeah, that's fun. What?
What was it?
What was it?
What was it that a boy was born? Hey, Drew!
What?
Hey Drew, where was the boy born? 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 Tell me where the boy is born. We need to know where the boy was born. Where was the boy born? Read my lips. The boy is where? You know where he is.
In Hot Town, Mississippi.
Oh, that boy.
Yeah, the Hot Town Mississippi one. All right. Jensen, perfect. Thank you very much, Tom Slay Legend. Thank you, working, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a good week.